In the 1970s, in Kanawha County, West Virginia, this small rural community had a big problem on their hands. By the end of the conflict, 2 people had been shot, 2 elementary schools had been burned to the ground, and 1 popular reverend had been sent away for orchestrating the burnings. Now you may ask yourself, what would cause such a small community to go so crazy? A lot of people would say abortion, or since this was the 70s, maybe post-civil rights issues, but it was none of those. It was banned books. The school board had to pick a curriculum that diversified their education, and the books, mainly due to misinformation, spread through the community and set everybody on fire. Now, this isn't just a 1970s problem. A lot of people would like to dismiss it as it is, but I'm here to tell you today that books are banned in America every year. Now, some titles that are burned, just as a buffer, The Diary of Anne Frank was banned in Culpeper County, Florida, because of sexual themes. Now, this wasn't in the 1970s. This was in 2010. In Kansas, in 2009, they decided to ban a book because they thought that animals talking was an abomination to God. This wasn't the 1940s, 1950s. This was 2008. Now, I'm going to tell you what institutions are most at risk for people complaining and getting books banned. I'm going to tell you why they choose to ban these specific books, and I'm going to cover some more books that might surprise you. Now, the 3 main targets of book banning are public libraries, school libraries, and school curriculum. According to the American Library Association, 323 books in 2016 were challenged. Now, challenged means that they either got thrown out or they didn't. Now, 42% of these complaints come from parents, and 49% of all complaints go to public libraries. Not only do they not want their children being able to read these books, they don't want your children to be able to read them either. Now, with school curriculum, it's a little bit more tricky. In a Supreme Court decision, Hazelwood versus Kohlmeyer, the Supreme Court ruled that the school districts have a wide option on being able to ban books or not, and they can do it whenever they choose to based on a vote. So now that you know who is being targeted, let me tell you why they're being targeted. Now, the 3 main issues that have been brought up for banning books is sex, inappropriate language, and violence, with sex being the main reason that books are banned. Now, this is all subjective, obviously. You know, you may view sex differently than I do, but I hope we can all agree that this is something that needs to be stopped. So, you know why now. Sex, language, violence. And you know where. Public libraries, school libraries, and school curriculum. Now let me get into some of the books that have been banned. Now, 2 of the most banned books in American history are To Kill a Mockingbird in 1984. For a variety of reasons. These are considered American classics, but they're challenged almost every year across America. Huck Finn is one of the most challenged books ever. Now, it's been challenged for a variety of reasons, but my favorite is Nakedness and Depiction of Dead Cats. And that was a charge against it when it was published. But in 1999, a book called It's Perfectly Normal came out, talking about adolescent sexuality and as you grow up. It was banned due to sex content. So now you know who bans books. The majority of people are parents. Now you know who they target. The majority of people they target are public libraries. And the type of books being banned are all types of books. Now, I was surprised when I was doing research that I pulled these from my library, books like The Da Vinci Code, Hunter S. Thompson's Hell's Angels, and I was surprised to find that all of these books, as well as other ones that I have been targeted in the past and have been banned in certain parts of this country. Now, the rural county in West Virginia, they were able to fix their problem. But the main thing was that even in the face of violence, the school board voted to keep the books. I think their courage should be commended, and we should all aspire to that type of courage. To help, the American Library Association designates September 24th to September 30th for Banned Book Week, which encourages you to read books that are banned. Maybe you'll love it, maybe you'll hate it, but I hope that you'll enjoy being able to read it. Thank you.